All right, guys, we're going to take a look here at bringing slope, y-intercept, all that stuff together. And as we've been telling you, at some point you're going to write an equation, and it's going to mean something. So let's go through this. So I've got some notes in front of me. Remember, if you need a pause at any point in time, not a problem. Okay, so we are going to focus on writing an equation, which is this top section of the notes. And what we need you to do, just get this copied down. I'll go over some other examples down at the bottom, so maybe it can start making some sense, but we'll do some other stuff when we get into class at the start of next week. All right, so to write an equation, we need two main pieces of information. We need, first of all, the slope, or m, okay? And if you think back to your slope formula, m equals y2 minus 1 y1 over x2 minus x1. But it's m equals, okay? So we got to have that slope. And we know that that is a ratio of rise to run. All right, second thing we need is the y-intercept, or b, okay? And that's our second key variable, is the b, and that's going to mean something shortly, okay? Now, you've got this last bullet point, and we haven't really talked about proportional versus non-proportional, but we're going to go ahead and do that now. If the graph is proportional, and we'll go over that, we know the equation will be written in the form y equals mx, okay? And just play along with us here. However, if the graph is non-proportional, the equation will be written in the form, and this is the key one, y equals mx plus b. All right. Let's go ahead and apply what we just talked about. And I'm going to write it in real quick. Ooh, I'm going to even change color. Y equals mx plus b. Maybe that'll show up a little bit better for you guys to watch. All right. So again, we need those two things. We need to figure out the slope, the y-intercept, write the equation, and then we'll determine if it's proportional or not. Okay. On the slope piece, okay, choose a couple of points. Let's, I'm going to choose here. I'm going to choose here. And again, slope is rise over run. I have a rise of 1. I have a run of 2. That gives me a slope of 1/2. Kind of a funky looking 1 right there. Just make it thicker. All right. The other thing I need out of this is my y-intercept, or where my line goes through the y-axis. And I look at that, and it goes right there at 4. Okay. And I don't need it as a coordinate. I need it as simply a value. So I'll put my y-intercept as a 4. So now all I have to do is write my equation. And I'm going to substitute in slope, which is the m, and the y-intercept, which is the b. And that's going to be y equals 1/2 x plus 4. Okay? And as I look at that equation, I should be able to look and go, I have a line, has a positive slope of 1/2. We see that repeated over and over and over again. And it has a y-intercept of 4, which is what we see right there. So in this example, I've already got the y equals mx plus b up there, because tell you what, folks, that's what it's all about, being able to write the equation as y equals mx plus b. But I know to do that, I've got to find my y-intercept, which is my b, and my slope, which is my m. Okay, so let's start with B. Fortunately, on this graph, it is super easy for us to find that y-intercept, that place where the line goes through the y-axis. It's right there for us. So, hey, bam, 4, done. Okay, now the slope. And again, as we've talked about, if you can draw it out, it makes it easier to see what's going on. So in this case, I'm going to go for my y-intercept. I've come up with another point. You know me, like drawing multiple points. Yep, look at that even space. I like it. Okay, happy little points. Now, what do? We go from a left point to a right point. So I'm going to find my m, or my slope, by going 1, 2, 3, 4. I noticed I'm going down the y-axis. That's a -4. And then I have a run of 1. That makes it so that I have a ratio of -4 to 1, or using my supreme math skills, I can simplify that to a slope of -4. Okay, so now all I got to do is I got to substitute it in. Y equals mx plus b, or my m is -4x plus a +4. Okay, and when I look at that equation right here, what does it tell me to do? It tells me start at a +4 on the y-axis. I'm actually going to change colors here for you. That's right, getting crazy. I'm going to start here, and what am I going to do? I'm going to go down 4 over 1, down 4 over 1, and that seems to work out just about right on the line that's there.